Stay where you are. Scatter them.
What is up, fellow gamer nerds? This is FMZ Bronco with a first Descendant video. I'm kind of just going to go over a few things with my character build. As you saw in the clip just a few seconds ago, kind of sitting there in the middle of the action, just tanking damage constantly. So I kind of just wanted to make this video and show you guys how I'm able to do that. So we'll start off with the reactor that I'm using. Obviously being Viessa, I'm kind of like a frozen kind of build, so this reactor kind of goes well with my skills. So I've kind of got that on to improve everything that I can. I mean, I've got other ones, but they're just not as good. I mean, if I want to increase my my glacial mouse button 5 ability there, it'll obviously lower everything else, so I've kind of kept it as it is. But that's kind of what I'm using currently. 22,000 across the board, which isn't bad, but I will say ahead of time, this build is a work in progress, so there are going to be things that I'm still going to find and add on as I go. So that's that one. The auxiliary power support, we've got full HP. You'll see why in a minute once I show you my modules. But it's kind of this build's kind of a main kind of like a HP tank kind of build, and then you can work on your weapons then to go along with that at the same time. But for this build, it's mainly just stacking health, not too much on shield, and you'll find out about that in a second. So we got 323 max HP here and another 798 HP. So it's over 1,000 health, which is kind of good for what we need. Next bit is the sensor. That also gives another 2,385 defense. So this is going to be a defense / health oriented build. And obviously it comes with a little bit of a bonus extra on chill resistance. Next one is again max HP of 161, but with another addition of defense of 4,247. You can find these just world drops, so if you're lucky enough to come across a good one, it's worth keeping on, hold on to it. The next one is the defense support processor. Again, 4,683 defense. Max shield isn't really what I would like on this, but I haven't found another one yet that will be better than 4,600 defense. But anyway, those are the components in the reactor. Let's move on to the modules. But before we do that, let's check the stats down here. Bear in mind, my character at the moment is only level 17, and I'm sitting comfortably at 9,342 health and 30,677 shield, which is not shield, sorry, defense. So that is really, really useful, and you'll see why in a second. Shield is very low, but don't worry about that. So if we go into the modules, I'm kicking off with the Glacial Cloud. It's just a lot easier to use rather than the main ability. So if you see the little snippet here, all you gotta do is throw it. Once you throw in it, it's out of mind. It's just one click of the button rather than having to click the button, place it down while in the middle of battle. It's just so much easier using this, and it actually has a lot of benefits to it as well. Next one, I think you can use any sort of sub attack here. I just gone for kicking, and basically what you want to do is you want to maximize it as best you can, because the more you maximize this, the more UP you'll have for your module capacity. So I'm currently sitting at 83, and bear in mind my character's only level 17, so I should get a few more additional ones once I've leveled it up a bit. So the capacity increase is 83 currently. So if we move on to the next one, these two in particular, they're just throw-ins. I'm kind of just testing these out at the moment. I haven't upgraded them at all, but it's just to kind of fill out the sockets, because I'm currently, if you look at these, I'm all 8, 8, 8. I'm currently, if I just take these two out, I still got 13 remaining. But I've just kind of tested them out really. So there's skill concentration, which is skill critical hit damage plus 14%. So it kind of speaks for itself. Is quite straightforward. Your skills get increased attack or crit damage even, which is useful. Another one is skill effect range, which is handy because you can just, I can use my abilities. Say for example, throw my frost shards further. Also my cold snap goes further as well. Max shield I'm not too really keen on, but the reason why I'm using this is because there's another mod which I might want to use in the future, but I'm just testing this one out first. Next one is time distribution. So skill cooldowns massively help. The faster your skills come back, the better it is, the more you can get off in time. Plus with 52.4% maximum HP. Also very beneficial for the build. I mean, as you can see here on the left, my current max HP is 498.1%, which is very, very useful for staying alive. As you saw in the clip earlier, I'll show you more gameplay after this, but as you saw in the clip earlier, I'm just sitting there in front of enemies, just tanking and tanking and tanking, and my health isn't going down. And that's partially, helpful from the time distribution. Next one is nimble fingers. I'm kind of just using this as a throw in as well, like these other two. Skill cooldowns come back quicker, which is useful. I haven't upgraded it at all though, but I will once I get more catalysts and stuff to chuck in. Obviously that might be really useful later down the line. The primary mod obviously for this build is the increased HP, because you get 218.5% extra health just from this one mod alone, so I do highly recommend that. The more health you have, the more you're going to stay alive longer. It's better to go HP than shield. For instance, if you do go down at some point when you get revived, you're going to revive at full HP, whereas if you rely on shield, once that goes, you got such little HP, and you just pretty much go down straight away again. Next one is the singular specialist. So this also is just a power modifier again for your skills. 76.1% extra power, which is really handy for just getting that damage out with your abilities. But it's just very, very good for staying alive as well. If you need to, pop a cold snap quickly just to get out of there, if you've been stun locked by chill or freeze or anything like that, it's very, very handy because it can pretty much kill anything in front of you. Next one is HP amplification. This is also very, very good. An extra 227.2% maximum health. Where it says max shield, you lose 36.5. You don't really care about that because you're not really building into shield, so it's not too much of an issue. So obviously the more health the better, and this is a very good mod to go along with that as well. The next one is the focus on chill. So as playing as Viessa, the chill skill power, very handy, and the cooldown also goes down. So 67.2% extra power, and the skill cooldown goes by 6.1. So which is very, very good. Your skills come back quicker, they do more damage. It's just an overall good mod to use. Then the two of my favorite mods of my build. So increased defense is very, very helpful. As you can see, 160.4% extra defense as a standard. Okay, so this actually puts my defense at 30,677, obviously, which uses the defense off of my external components as well. But what's really good about this build is an iron will. So when your shield is at 0, which most of the time on this build it is going to be 0 because we've put everything into HP, you get a defense boost of 128.3%. So you got to think, you're multiplying this by 123 or 128.3%. So even with this mod off, for instance, if we just take that off, it's still set to 30,677. But when your shield is completely drained, that's when this kicks in, and it gives you so much extra defense that you can just sit there and tank damage. I'll just quickly show you my module sockets. So I've only done about 7 at the moment. Put the submodule in for the extra mod socket space, so the capacity. So the more you have here in this, your capacity is going to increase. So that's the reason why I've done that. I've put the 3 C's and the 3 R's because, as you can see, these are the main ones that we use in this build: the HP, extra HP, the skill damage, defense, and defense. Everything is put into defense and HP in this build for the reason of survivability. And then when it comes to your actual damage with your guns, you can focus primarily on that. But obviously this module here and the other modules that I've got in for the skills also go very well together with this build. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, just please leave a comment below the video. I'm going to be uploading more First Descendant videos, probably a bit more planned out rather than a chuck together build in this one. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. It'd be really appreciated if you subscribe. I'll be bringing you more content soon. In fact, what I'll quickly do, I will show you, actually I'll tell you a quick snippet of what's to come. So I'm going to upload videos on how to farm certain areas efficiently. I'm going to show you how to kind of lower time rates. So when you're sitting around waiting for the 5-minute timer to go down on some of the void control zones, there's a way to kind of make that time shorter, which I'll show you how to do in a different video. And I'm also going to upload another video after this one about fast character level up and mastery. So as you can see here, my mastery level 16. Didn't take me too long. I've only been playing the game about a week, maybe just over, and it's already at 16. And there's not a lot of people that I come across that are this high yet. But yeah, if you do enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Be much appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.